Good evening. Just finishing getting set up here. How's everyone doing tonight? This one's not part of the break. I grabbed it by accident. Getting rid of that. All right. I don't think that's going to fit. I'm going to move some stuff out of the way. So I use random.org to unplug my lamp. It's very high tech. I just point my camera at the screen. This is for the holiday break. Hey, Jim. Got everyone's names in here, 30 entries. It randomizes it. It randoms it 3 times, and then we'll match the way that they come up in the order of teams this way: Angels, Astros, Athletics, and so on. So doing 3 rounds, getting the giveaway, next round, and final round. Thank you, Jocelyn. Appreciate it. All right. Before I get started, go over the teams real fast. Tom C. with Angels, Steve Thompson with the Astros, Moosstown has the Athletics and the Blue Jays. Thank you, Jim Graff. Firebear with the Braves, Steve Thompson with the Brewers. Garmin Bozia. Is that? Am I saying that right? Garmin Bozia. I'm never sure. At any rate, Aaron has the Cardinals. Tom has the Cubs. Dubs has the Diamondbacks. Jim Graff with the Dodgers. Can has the Giants. Steve with Guardians. Can with the Mariners. Garmin with the Marlins. Tom C with the Mets. Steve Thompson with the Nationals. Garmin with the Orioles. Moosstown with the Padres. J Graff with the Phillies. Skips has Pirates. Dubs has Rangers. Skips has Rays. Dubs has Reds. Garmin with the Red Sox. Steve has Rockies and Royals. Royals won the Twitter giveaway. She has the Tigers. Steve with the Twins. Garmin with the White Sox. And Jay Graff with the Yankees. That's a good one for you, right, Jim? Garmin Bozia? or Bozia, one or two. All right. So I don't know if you've seen these calendars get opened. They're a royal pain in the neck. So I'm going to try and do this gracefully, which is highly unlikely. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have actually held one of these calendars. I think they're 19 by 14 or 20 by 13. They're kind of monstrous. Pretty boxes, though. So I'm going to see if this works. Kind of want to just rip the entire side off. I think it would be easier to get into. So, and then the other unfortunate thing is the way they're wedged in here. You gotta be careful not to. Ooh, that actually seemed to work out pretty well. It didn't wreck all the packs. That's the one of the buyback packs. There's 2 in each box, and that's the Evergreen, the 3 calendar exclusive Evergreen packs. So apparently the longest part of this break is going to be getting the packs out of the advent calendars without destroying them. And if you're opening one, pulling the plastic insert out and popping the packs from the bottom works way better. There's a throwback pack in each calendar. Topps Kids is our throwback pack, which I'm pretty sure don't have much value, but the cards are cool if you haven't seen them before. I think they're cool. Bring me back to, what is it, 93 or 92. That's a different break. I haven't listed that one yet, but yeah, it's a personal. You log in every day for 2 minutes and I open a pack and then overnight it to you. All right. So we'll do the base packs first and then we'll get into the special packs. So each one of these packs is going to have a plaid, Ketel Marte, and a Making the Nice list, Vladimir Guerrero. The regular packs just have 3 regular cards and 1 of each special insert. The plaid cards last year were red. I thought they looked nice, but these green ones, I think they work. Sandy Alcantara, Corbin Carroll, David Festa, Drew Romo. It's 200 card checklist, so it's not a lot of relief pitchers, but there's probably a few. Devers and Darvish, Drew Thorpe, rookie plaid, and O'Neill Cruz making the nice list. Ellie De La Cruz, Trey Turner's our green plaid. Tarek Skubal is the nice list. Trey Sweeney and Anthony Santander. The collation on the Making the Nice list appears to be a little bit better this year, but it's still pretty not great. Matt Shaw. Spencer Schwellenbach for the Braves rookie. That's not what I wanted to do over here. That's better. There's Fire Bear. Jaron Duran, 48 doubles, Ozzy Albies, and Rhett Lauder. The game just started, right? Is that correct? Josh Young, Jordan Westberg on the green plaid, Ryan Helsley on the making the nice list, Evan Carter and Cole Reagans. Altuve, Darren Baker, Lawrence Butler is the green plaid, Aaron Judge on the making the nice list. Shohei Ohtani, Dodgers. Who has the Dodgers? Jay Graff. Nick York, Bobby Witt Jr., Roki Sasaki. How's that for a gym pack? Jackson Merrill, Sean Burke, Jacob deGrom, and Aaron Judge. And Freddie Freeman. I think Jim's gotten 97% of the cards out of this so far. Ronald Acuna Jr., Bryce Harper, Adale Amador on the green plaid, Emmanuel Clase, and Orelvis Martinez. Austin Riley, Aaron Judge on the green plaid. That's a fantastic one. Luis Arias making the nice list. Seiya Suzuki and Hayden Bird song. Well, he was on the nice list. It's not like comprehensive nice list. It's, sometimes nice. Michael Harris, Christian Yelich, and Jazz Chisholm Jr., Corbin Carroll, and Mookie Betts. Garrett Crochet, Royce Lewis is the green plaid, Matt Chapman, the nice list, Framber, and CJ Abrams. Ryan Helsley, Spencer Steer, Dylan Cease is the green plaid, Giancarlo Stanton, and Mason Miller, Rookie Cup. I'm pretty sure Jim has most of the Yankee and Dodger team set now, so good on Jim. Just not working right. Oh, let's go. Chase Dollander, rookie. Nick Kurtz, rookie. That's a nice one. Lex Mosstown. Congrats, Mosstown. Jackson Holiday plaid. Ellie De La Cruz making the nice list, and Nolan Arenado. George Kirby, Shea Langoliers, Who Haunts Me. Bobby Witt Jr., Sprint Speed on the nice list, Will Warren, and Corbin Carroll. 4 more base packs left. James Wood, rookie. Connor Norby, Dylan Cruz, rookie. Nice list. Not the nice. Logan Gilbert's on the nice list, and Jose Ramirez. Washington. Christian Walker, Luis Arias is plaid, Shohei on the nice list, and Cade Horton and Chandler Simpson, 2 more base packs. Matt Strom, Jacob Wilson, Teoscar Hernandez on the plaid, Tarek Skubal making the nice list, Sedane Rafaela. Stephen Kwan, Shane McClanahan, Jordan is plaid, Aaron Judge on the nice list, and Nathan Eovaldi. do a buyback first. One of the things they changed this year on the buybacks are always stamped. Well, always stamped. This is the second year they've done the advent calendars. They've been stamping a lot of them 1 of 1. I've seen a bunch on Twitter and Instagram and stuff. I've only opened 1 advent calendar. I haven't seen a 1 of 1 yet. And our first buyback, Freddie Freeman for the Braves, has the little Topps Originals 2025 Christmas ornament. That is not stamped 1 of 1, but it's a cool card. It's that heritage from a number I can't read. I think like 2014 or so. Cole Hamels, opening day for the Phillies. Opening day 11. Yeah, 2011. And our Evergreen pack. So these are cool. It's a mix of veterans and current players. Joe Morgan, Juan Soto, and Dylan Cruz, rookie. It's not bad. And Topps Kids. Now I'm going to be bummed out if every single advent calendar has a Topps Kids. It comes with a cool piece of gum that's actually still flexible, which is alarming. Bo Jackson. Harold Reynolds, Darryl Strawberry, Mel Hall. Haven't heard his name in a long time. Ramon Martinez, Craig Biggio as a catcher before he converted to second base, and Willie McGee on the Giants, which just looks alarmingly incorrect, but that's where he is. I will end up going through and sleeving way more of these. I'm just going to pull some out for a recap later on. All right, box number 2. So it's much easier to get the packs out this way. It doesn't seem to wreck them as much, but if you're opening an advent calendar, you don't cut it open and rip it like that. 1998 Bowman Series 2 is our throwback pack. All right. Horrible. On to box number 2. Colton Cowser, O'Neill Cruz, Ellie De La Cruz's plaid, Shohei Ohtani on the nice list. 1, 2, 3. David Festa, Caden Dana, and Mark Vientos. That pack had 7. I'm assuming there's a pack with 3 somewhere around here. Blake Snell, Jose Ramirez, Ryan Helsley, Logan Gilbert, Moises Ballesteros. Brooks Lee, Cade Horton, rookie, plaid, Aaron Judge on the nice list again, 144 RBI. Dolis Garcia, Riley Green. Zach Gallen, here's our 3-pack. Nate Eovaldi and Logan Gilbert. Matt Strom, Caden Dana, Shohei Ohtani on the nice list. Royce Lewis and Cedane Rafaela. How you doing, Cam? Not sure if you saw, Ken, you have the Giants and the Mariners. Tatis, Peralta, Aaron Judge again, McCutcheon and Lawler. Marcus Semien, Hyun Kim, George Kirby, plaid, Shohei, 59 stolen bases again. Yeah, like I said, this is the collation on the nice list cards is sometimes questionable. So we've already hit Shohei 59 stolen bases twice in this. And 54 home runs. So if you have the Dodgers, it's not a bad thing. Shota, Grant McRae, Nick Kurtz, plaid. That's an awesome card. Kyle Schwarber, nice list. Gunnar Henderson. Lindor, Nito, Helsley, plaid. Paul Skeens, nice list. Drew Romo. Kevin Alcantara, Mark Vientos, plaid. Gunner on the nice list. Shea Langeliers and Aaron Judge. Hunter Green, Julio Rodriguez, Sean Burke, plaid, Aaron Judge, 144. It's a duplicate nice list. And Trey Turner. Jung-Ho Lee, Nacho Alvarez, Tyler Locklear, Tyler Rogers, and Ketel Marte. Byron Buxton, Matt Olson, Shane McClanahan, Bobby Witt Jr., back-to-back. Royals. Steve. Chris Sale, JT Realmuto, Christian Walker, Jarren Duran, and Giancarlo Stanton. Jacob Wilson rookie, Juan Soto, Stephen Kwan on the plaid, Ryan Helsley again, and Luis Arias. Zach Wheeler, Drew Romo, plaid, Corbin Carroll, nice list, Spencer Strider, Sandy Alcantara. 4 more base packs left. Austin Hayes, Thomas Agassi, Spencer Steer, Gunnar Henderson, and Will Wagner. Nolan Chanuel, David Festa, Aaron Judge. This is a new nice list for Judge. Jace Young and Vladimir Guerrero. But that's like the 4th Aaron Judge nice list card in this box. William Contreras, Chandler Simpson, rookie. Tyler Rogers, negative 64-degree arm angle. Seems unhealthy. Vinny Pasquantino and Jarren Duran. Do some buybacks. First buyback is the Big Hurt. That's cool. Stadium Club. Oh, there's my glasses. 2022 Stadium Club, Frank Thomas. Buyback. Oh, I missed one pack. Apologize. Mason Wynn, Jordan Lawler, Paul Skeens, Nick York, and Spencer Schwellenbach. Buyback number 2 in calendar 2. It is Jose Barrios. Nice dinged corner. 20, that's the got our fancy stamp. And this is 2014 Bowman. Not sure if that's draft or regular Bowman. They did number some of them, but I saw cases where people got 2 101s out of a buyback or out of a calendar. I've gotten 0 101 so far. So Hank Aaron, Freddie Freeman, Bobby Witt Jr. on the Evergreen, and our, I forget what they call this, not a archive pack or buyback pack. 1998 Series 2 Bowman. It's not bricked, so that's a good start. Nerio Rodriguez. It's chrome. Steve Lemazny for the Red Sox. Jason Grilli for the Giants. Joe Fontenot for the Marlins. Jeremy Giambi. Royals. Tino Martinez, 1991 minor league MVP for the Yankees. Jeremy Burnitz for the Brewers. Steve Finley, Padres. Ugeth Urbina for the Expos. And that is Ryan Klesko for the Braves. Hey, Steve, how you doing? All right, calendar number 3. this noise out of here. Give me a sec, I'll tell you. Steve has, you have all the teams, Steve. Astros, Brewers, Guardians, Rockies, Royals, Tigers, Nationals. I assume I'm audible and you heard that. Our throwback pack is Series 2, 1993, black gold in every pack. All righty. On to number 3. Altuve, Will Wagner, Plaid, O'Neill Cruz, Nice List, Cole Reagans, and Sugano. No, does he usually give you those teams? Michael Harris, Vinny Pasquantino, Plaid, Chris Sale, Nice List, Shohei Base, and Mookie Betts. Oh, no, because Jim got good teams. Kobe wouldn't do that for Jim, I don't think. I think that's against Kobe's credo or something. Nick Kurtz, rookie. Ellie De La Cruz, Mickabell, Plaid. Matt Chapman, Nice List. Trey Sweeney. Yeah. Thank you, Jacques. Chase Dollander, rookie. Jaron Duran, Plaid. Clase is on the Nice List still. Brett Lauder and Nolan Arenado. I used to keep track of what Houdini and Kobe would pull for me, and there was one year, I forget who it was. I want to say it was the Marlins were just horrid, and I was getting the Marlins like twice as often as I should have. I'm like, dude, will you guys not like me? Hi-Sung Kim, Paul Skeens on the Plaid, cool. Aaron Judge, another Aaron Judge Nice List. Griffin Conine, Logan Gilbert. Pete Crow Armstrong, Adolis Garcia, Ellie De La Cruz, Adrian Del Castillo, Pete Alonso. O'Neill Cruz, Tristan Casas is our Plaid, another Aaron Judge Nice List. Mark Vientos and Caden Dana. Castillo, Riley Green, Giancarlo Stanton, Jason Dominguez. How long is it before he's no longer a prospect? Because I think I saw him like in 2020 or 2012 Bowman draft or something like that. Like his first Bowman's ridiculously like 6 years ago at this point. And I've gotten a rookie card of his every year for the past 3 years. Darren Baker, another Shohei. Max Fried on the Plaid. Luis Arraez is on the Nice List. And Roki Sasaki, rookie. Jeter was in the minors forever before he was a rookie forever. Yelich, Matt Shaw, Edgar Quero, Vladdy Jr., and Ozzie Albies. But was that before they finally came to an agreement with the association on what a rookie card could be? Sagasi, Rushman, Gilbert, Wagner, and Pasquantino. Because there was I remember, I want to say mid-late 90s, where it was, I'll say arguing. There were arguments about what constituted a rookie card, and everyone was trying to get the first rookie card out of somebody. Connor Norby's on the Plaid, Bobby Witt Jr., nice list. And so I want to say it was like 2006 when the Players Association finally said, okay, we have to decide what a rookie card is, like when you can put that logo on it. It's, can you have the Giants and the Mariners, Matt Chapman, Luis Robert, James Wood Plaid, Tarek Skubal, and Tyler Soderstrom. Zach Neto, Xander Bogaerts, Aaron Judge again, Drew Romo, Adolis Garcia. I think Jim has about 15 Aaron Judge nice list cards at this point. I mean, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but is he really that nice? Ezekiel Tovar, Dustin Harris, William Contreras on the Plaid, Shohei, and Cam Smith rookie. Yeah, that was part of it. It was like, what's the actual rookie? And then, yeah, it just, it was easier back in my day when his rookie was the first card that came out. Leo Jimenez, but then people even argued about whether or not a traded set was a rookie card. Brent Rooker, Tyler Rogers with his arm angle, Drake Baldwin rookie, Brenton Doyle. Blake Snell, Tarek Skubal, Sagasi, Henderson, Moises Ballesteros. I want to throw an extra R in there. Brooks Lee, Austin Hayes, Brooks Lee again, Shohei Ohtani again, and Riley Green. Yeah, I remember at school someone was telling me about Zach Gallen when I was in school. Francisco Lindor, Zach Neto, Kyle Schwarber, and David Festa, that the 87 Topps McGuire was a better card and more desirable than the 85 Topps McGuire card. And I said, well, I'm happy to trade you one for one. They didn't take me up on that offer, which I thought was stupid because obviously they thought the 87 Topps was better. Austin Hayes, Paul Skeens, Jarren Duran. All right, we will do some buybacks. $19.89 Topps, Dave Winfield, All-Star. Congrats, Jim. With a nice 1989 corner. Do you have a Winfield PC, Jim? This is a 1953 Topps Archives, Ralph Kiner. I dig Ralph Kiner. He's one of my, although I never got to see him play, he's one of my favorite old baseball players. Plus, he was a hilarious announcer. I always wanted them to get Kiner and Jerry Coleman from the Padres in a booth together. No one would be able to understand anything that was going on. Kobe Mayo rookie, Harmon Killebrew, and Wade Boggs, the Chicken Man for the Red Sox. Yeah, if you look at Kiner's numbers before he hurt his back and just project those out, like even 3 or 4 more years, 4 or 5 more years, it is my belief that he would have challenged Babe Ruth's number before Hank Aaron ever did. But he got injured, which puts a damper on your counting stats. Yeah, it's something that's like over 6 seasons he hit 260 home runs and 700 RBIs. Just crazy. 1993 prospects, relief pitchers. Well, these are upside down. Haven't heard of any of those guys. I've heard of them, but all the cards are upside down. All right, let's try that again. Topps Gold is Walt Weiss for the Athletics, Moosetown. Randy Tomlin, Pirates. Bob Wickman, Phil Plantier. I loved this dude's swing. Big old loopy swing. Kevin Tapani, Eddie Murray on the Mets. It looks wrong. Dave Martinez on the Reds. David Wells on the Blue Jays. Jose Canseco on the Rangers. Chad Kruger. Ken Hill. Hensley Mullins. I can't read these names because they are so small. There we go. That's easier. Will Scalzitti and Mark Voisard for the Rockies, future stars. Chucky Carr and Mike Christopher, Ken Ryan, Gus somebody, and Aaron Taylor. Gus Candle. Okay, I don't have my glasses on. Gus C. Everyone, all his buddies know him by Gus C. See, and as someone who wasn't around when these guys were playing baseball, and I understand Sandy Koufax was otherworldly when he was healthy. Like, absolutely insanely good. But they give Sandy a pass on getting hurt and having to hang it up. But not my boy, Ralphie Kiner. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. It's just at his peak, he was, well, I won't say he was on the same level of ridiculously better than everybody. As it comes to being a power hitter, he was insanely good. And and Koufax was insanely good for, whatever it was, a 7-8 year stretch. And then he got hurt, hung it up. I get it. I just don't think they don't speak with the same reverence upon Mr. Kiner's name that they do with Mr. Koufax. But Kiner's also playing the same time as, I don't know, Willie Mays and Ted Williams and Mickey Mantle and some other good guys. Well, and Brooklyn and Los Angeles was a better place to play than Pittsburgh. I lectured my kids so much about Ralph Kiner and how he doesn't get any respect, or he doesn't get enough respect. He gets respect. He doesn't get the respect I feel he's due. One year for Christmas, he bought me he's really into autographs. He got me a canceled check of Ralph Kiner with his auto on it. Spencer Steer, George Kirby, Dalton Rushing, Kyle Schwarber, nice list. Devers, Logan Gilbert, Aaron Judge, Corbin Carroll, and Carlos Correa. I remember, I can't remember the name of the publication. There used to be a baseball card, well, it's sports card, but Baseball Card Monthly. It was a newspaper, like kind of like the same format that Sporting News was, I guess. And I remember seeing these ads for all these weird old sign things. It wasn't Tough Stuff. It was like Sports Collector Digest or Sports Collectors Monthly. It was like a newspaper. It was printed on newspaper with newsprint. Drake Baldwin, Chris Sale. And I remember seeing these listings for people who had like the weirdest old signs, like canceled checks. Joe Garagiola canceled check for $5. Who wants a canceled check? I want something to sign. I want it to be a baseball card. Could have made a fortune buying all those up. C.J. Abrams, Freddie Freeman. But it was mostly just ads for people selling cards. Like Fritsch probably advertised in there. Dylan Cease, Drew Thorpe, Sale, and Chris Bryant. And there was one group that advertised, they did auctions by mail. He cut out the auction form, Jackson Holiday, Manny Machado, Plaid, Luis Arias, nice list, Taylor Ward, Zebby Matthews. Oh yeah, Mr. Mint. But you'd cut out the auction sheet and you'd fill in the value. In all these auctions, I took them all, and minimum bid was a nickel. I didn't win anything, and I lost it. I lost one of my parents' stamps. Dale Amador, Jake DeGrom, Ronald Acuna Jr., Clase, and Perdomo. Ryan Bliss, Kobe Mayo, Vladimir Guerrero, Corey Seager, Zach DeCenzo. Dylan Cruz, Clayton Kershaw, Bryce Harper, Plaid, Aaron Judge, nice list, Marcelo Mayer. Kyle Tucker, Gunnar Plaid, Kyle Schwarber, nice list, Christian Campbell, and Augustin Ramirez. Yeah, they had that obnoxious picture of Rosen, like with a bunch of cards, and he's holding stacks of cash, and I'll buy anything, anywhere. Sean Burke, Tyler Locklear, Bueller, Matt Chapman, nice list, Kerry Carpenter. Ryan Helsley, Griffin Conine, Aaron Judge, Santander, and Mason Miller. Sorry, one moment. Yeah, that was the publication. I found a place that would send me 1986 O-Pee-Chee boxes, Yu Darvish, Austin Riley, Josh Smith, Plaid, Shohei Ohtani. It was when they just come out. Leaf and O-Pee-Chee, 1986. They'd send them COD. So I ordered 2 boxes of each, and my dad got so mad at me. It was funny in hindsight. It wasn't funny in the moment. That was a stern individual. Austin Wells, Moises Ballesteros, O'Neill Cruz, Hayden Birdsong, and Emmanuel Classe. Mike Trout, Sal Frelick, Shota Imanaga, Luis Arias, and Junior Caminero. Bryce Harper, Greg Crochet, Grant McRae, Vladimir Guerrero, Niceless, Framber Valdez, Framber Valdez. Churio, Langford, Crochet, Aaron Judge, Cal Raleigh, Big Dumpus. Kumar Rocker, Reese Hines, Jackson Merrill, Logan Gilbert, Jordan Westberg. 2 more base packs left out of the calendar. Jordan Alvarez, Brian Reynolds, Matt Chapman, Salvi, and Yusei Kikuchi. Last base pack. Big Christmas. Andrew McCutcheon, Shohei one more time on the nice list, Ian Happ, and Willie Adames. All right. Do a Fernando Valenzuela for the Dodgers. 1991 highlight of the year. Last of the buybacks. This is going to be a Willie Mays reprint of some sort. From 1996. That's a cool card. This is Willie Mays commemorative set card number 4. That's a cool card. Someone nearby is either setting off fireworks or a shotgun. Can't tell which. On our evergreens, Matt Shaw, rookie. Roki Sasaki, rookie. And Mike Trout is not a rookie anymore. And we have 1992 Topps Major League Baseball with Topps Gold, maybe, in this one. I don't know if they come in every pack in this one. Last one promised to have a Topps Gold in it. Ooh, got a scratcher. Jeff Brantley, John Smiley, Mike Harkey, Jack Clark, do not like that guy. Teddy Higuera, Alvaro Espinosa, John Wenner, Willie McGee in the Giants uniform again, not right. Tommy Lasorda, Tom Candiotti, Brett Barbary, Ruben Amaro, Cecil Fielder All-Star, Harold Reynolds, and Scott Kamenecki. Kamenecki. All right. Those calendars are way more painful than I thought they'd be. I got some mega boxes. Was that reprint set was it specific to, was it just a Willie Mays reprint set? Because it says Willie Mays reprint. I haven't seen that one before, so I don't know. All right. So Topps Holiday. I love Topps Holiday. I buy it every year, even though it's not always a dud, but there's very little resale. most of the time, except on parallels and whatnot. But they've changed it up this year. I think it's a much better product. Ken Griffey ornament. So you'll be able to hang that on your tree if you'd so like. They swapped out the guaranteed. I think instead of a relic or auto, you could also possibly get a chrome card. But also, in addition to the weird prints like candy cane, Santa hats, all that, they've added more foil this year. I opened one box. I got at least one foil in each pack, so that's cool. Shota, Grant McRae, Bueller, Tatis, Cowser, Doyle, Smith, Job, and generally the variations end up being the last two cards. So Drew Thorpe, rookie, that's blue foil, and Bo Bichette, that might be I guess it's not necessarily a short print. Card number 9, and I don't see it for Bo Bichette there. Mason Wynn, Hunter Green, Young, Guerrero, Witt, Strider. We got a relic of Mr. Christian Yelich of the Brewers. That's going to Steve and Randy Rosarina. This is the most common of the foils. I don't know which color it is, but Randy Rosarina. Churio, Langford, Knoll, Big Christmas, Rocker, Hines, Marte, Lewis, Rafaela, Luis Arias, and the light blue foil of Alex Bregman. Jake DeGrom, Jordan Alvarez, Dylan Cruz, Clayton Kershaw, Tucker, Schwellenbach, Turner, Langoliers, Aaron Judge, and Michael Harris on the grayish silver parallel. Jackson Holiday, Dylan Cease, Thorpe, Bliss, Amador, Hap, Adamas, Westberg, York, and Kobe Mayo is Christmas Light Necklace, short print. So I think they say you get 3 of those, like Christmas lights, Santa hats, hidden reindeer, and then other stuff. Keishel, Burns, Acuna, Butler, Chisholm, Mayer, Campbell, Ramirez, Cal Raleigh, and Andrew Benintendi on the silver. I'm guessing is that what they call that? Got it. I hadn't seen those before, but 96, I might have been on a little bit of a break. Baseball card break. Bieber, Diaz, Yamamoto, Hernandez, Veen, DeCenzo, Perdomo, Salvi, Kikuchi, and Wyatt Langford. Oh, there it is. This is one of the other variations. Has a Christmas cookie instead of a team logo. Blake Snell, Scooble, Jimenez, Tovar, Harris, Ward, Matthews, Bryant, Seager, and Shohei on the silver. It says Shohei, and it's a parallel of some sort. Got to be worth at least $500-600 today. I don't think so, but is that the ornament up there in the corner? It looks out of place, but I can't tell. Austin Hayes, Sagasi, Contreras, Semyon, Kim, Rushman, Skeens, Brett Rooker, Ben Rice, and Aaron Judge is wearing Christmas lights. O'Neill, Cruz, Gallen, Lindor, Nito, Lee, Swanson, Ramos, Casas, Bogarts, and Alec Burleson on the, I'm assuming they're calling that silver. Yeah, we got Kobe Mayo and Aaron Judge wearing necklaces and the cookie cutter. On to Mega 2. Yeah, the one I opened, I got one of the Chrome cards, and it was numbered to $4.99, which is cool. But it's nice. I like Chrome. When in doubt, add Chrome. Polar bear on the ornament, so that I can go on Tom C's tree. Martinez Young, Altuve, Baker, Shohei, Sasaki. Look at that again. Shohei, Sasaki, Shohei. Mookie Betts. The entire team in here. Albies and Andrew Benintendi on the blue foil. Harris, Yelich, Shaw, Dolander, Kurtz, Louder, Arenado, Sweeney, Santander, and Mason Wynn silver. Ellie De La Cruz, Helsley Steer, Kirby Devers, Mason Miller, Will Warren, Corbin Carroll, Carlos Correa, and Cam Smith with the hat. Yu Darvish, Austin Riley, Austin Wells, Trout, Felix Suzuki, Birdsong, Clase, Caminero, Arenado on the silver. Nice. Acuna, Harper, Crochet, Merrill, Burke, Flaherty, Martinez, Valdez, Abrams, and this is going to be the cookie cutter. I don't see an ornament. Just see the cookie cutter. Yeah, I thought someone said that there might be an ornament on front, but I don't see an ornament in addition to the cookie cutter. Locklear, Kwan, McClanahan, Walker, Wood, Freddie Freeman, Carpenter, Peralta, Eovaldi, Hunter Green, silver foil, or silver glitter. Norby, Freed, Quero, Caro, Abel, Abel, Rushing, Horton, Simpson, Ramirez, Burleson, Trey Turner wearing something, Santa hat or a goofy hat. Smith, Imanaga, McRae, Bueller, Tatis, Benintendi, Arizarena, Bregman, Machado, and Trey Sweeney on silver. Cowser, O'Neill, Cruz, Gallen, Lindor, Nito, Mayo, Reynolds, Henderson, McCutcheon, and the light blue Spencer Steer. Last pack. Could be a Chrome, could be an auto, could be we'll look when we get there. Lee, Hayes, Sagasi, Contreras, Semien, Lawler, Vientos. Julio is the silver, and purple KC, Vinny Pasquantino, numbered to $2.99. Yeah, when in doubt, add Chrome. Looks nice on the Christmas stuff. Royals, that is Steve. 2 more boxes left. Oh, I'm happy to do so, sir. I love opening cards. Gives me an excuse. Two more boxes. Nice thing about Holiday is it's relatively inexpensive compared to everything else. Nothing there. All right. Otani's out of the game, or like Young, Altuve, Baker, Shohei, Pasquantino, Conine, Gilbert, Ballesteros, Chris Sale is blue foil. Dude. And here comes his market crashing down. It won't, but Harris, Yelich, Shaw, Dolander, Nick Kurtz rookie, Drake Baldwin rookie, Doyle Smith, Job, and Job again. De La Cruz, Helsley, Steer, Kirby, Devers, Bichette, Ramos, Swanson, Casas. Aaron Judge is our variation wearing a necklace, or a string of lights as a necklace on the wreath. Darvish, Riley, Wells, Trout, Frelick, Bogarts, Rushman, Skeens, Brett Rooker, Kevin Alcantara, Acuna, Harper, Crochet, Merrill, Burke, Rice, Ward, Matthews, Seager, and Burns. 6, 40, 20, 120, 80, 240. Locklear, Quan, McClanahan, Walker, Wood, Bryant, DeZenzo, Perdomo, Perez, Bichette, man of the hour. Oh, Connor Norby, Max Fried, Quero, Abel, Rushing, Kikuchi, Mayer, Campbell, Ramirez, and Kobe Mayo is wearing his string of light necklace. I think that's the second one we got of him. Josh Smith, Shota, Grant McRae, Walker Bueller, Tatis, Raleigh, Adamas, Hap, Westberg, and Jung Ho Lee. Silver glitter holiday parallel. Kowser, Cruz, Gallen, Lindor, Nito, York, Schwellenbach, Turner, Langoliers, and Brent Doyle, the blue holiday. Brooksley, Austin Hayes, Sagasi, Contreras, Semyon, Aaron Judge. We have a relic of Big Christmas, Guardians, Steve, and Dansby Swanson. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the World Series when I scheduled this break. I think it's unfair that they have to compete with me because, you know, it's just rude. All right, last box of the holiday. For use of those of you, I did something wrong here. I apologize to Kyle Tucker and Tom C. I was trying to throw away your Kyle Tucker ornament. My bad. Babe Ruth ornament for Jim Graff. JT, PCA, Chapman, Luis Robert, Castillo, Green, Wagner, Jaron Duran, another Julio on that. And we have a blue sparkle Cubs chrome parallel of Kevin Alcantara, numbered to 199. When in doubt, add chrome. Shanuel, Buxton, Olson, Wheeler, Sale, Dana, Festa, Romo, Garcia, light blue parallel is Nando, El Nino. 4. Padres, Mosstown. Jung Ho Lee, Alvarez, Strami, Wilson, Soto, McCutcheon, Henderson, Lawler, Vientos, and Cam Smith, rookie, silver, glitter, holiday, something parallel. Reese Hines, Mason Wynn, Hunter Green, Julio, Alcantara, Bregman, Machado, Mayo, Brian Reynolds, and Paul Skeens is wearing a Santa hat. 4 skips cards. Tucker, Churio, Langford, Noel, Rocker, Ramirez, Burleson, Benintendi, Arozarena, and Hunter Green, silver. Amador, DeGrom, Alvarez, Cruz, Kershaw, Peralta, Eovaldi, Horton, Chandler, Simpson, and this is going to be our cookie cutter, Lawrence Butler for the A's, Mosstown. Jazz, Jackson Holiday, Dylan Cease, Thorpe, Bliss, Valdez, Abrams, Freddie Freeman, Kerry Carpenter, and Brenton Doyle, silver. Zach Veen, Keishel, Burns, Acuna, Butler, Caminero, Clase, Flaherty, Martinez, and Juan Soto has a candy cane bat. Harris, Bieber, Diaz, Yamamoto, Teoscar, Carroll, Correa, Suzuki, Birdsong, silver, Mason Wynn, rookie cup for the Cardinals. Garmin Bozio. Hi Song Kim, Blake Snell, Scooble, Jimenez, Tovar, Jaron Duran, Santander, Miller, Will Warren. Blue foil is Xander Bogaerts, again from Mosstown. All right, I'm going to finish sleeving up a couple of these, do a quick recap of some of the stuff we got. If you are in the next break, the T205, I will take a quick break to run over, close out the sale, set up the random. So I will be taking like a 5-minute break or 5 minutes away from here because I don't have a good computer set up in here, really. I don't like it. Don't like it one bit. get a recap going here in just a moment. Just look at some of the pretty stuff we got. All right, Christmas holiday, silver parallel. Harris, Benintendi, Burleson, Otani, Rosarena, Rodriguez, Sweeney, Green, Arenado, Swanson, Wynn, Lee, Alcantara, Bichette, Joe, Smith, Green, Doyle, Wynn, and J-Rod again. We had 2 base Kurtz rookie cards. So I'm missing one here. I missed a cookie cutter somewhere along the way, it looks like. I'll have to go back and find it. There's one more cookie cutter. I need to go find it. But Butler, Seager, Langford on cookie cutters. The image gimmicks. Judge, Mayo, Turner, Smith, Mayo again, Judge again, Soto. Is that 2 Sotos? No, 1 Soto. Soto and Skeens. So there's 2 of the image variations like that, and 1 cookie cutter per box. I missed a cookie cutter somewhere along the way or put it in the wrong pile. Light blue, 1 per box. Glitter foil, Bregman, Steer, Doyle, Tatis. Same thing with the blue foil, 1 per box. Thorpe, Benintendi, Sale, and Bogarts. We got 2 relics, event associated things. Big Christmas, Christian Yelich. 2 Chrome cards, and I think these are the Christmas cards look really cool with the Chrome. But Kevin Alcantara, Vinny Pasquantino, and from the Advent calendars, move these down. Nick Kurtz and Aaron Judge were the best of the plaids. Evergreens, Cruz rookie, Shaw rookie, Sasaki rookie, Kobe Mayo rookie, and the buybacks, Willie Mays, Fernando Valenzuela, Walt Weiss, Freddie Freeman, Big Hurt, Cole Hamels, Ralph Kiner, Dave Winfield, and Jose Barrios. All right. Yes. I appreciate everyone who bought into that and showed up and listened to me to drone on for too long about cards. And if you are in the next one, I appreciate you buying into that one too. And if you hang out and watch, I also appreciate that. All right, I will be back to once I get this other stuff sorted out. Alrighty. Back. Let me put this over here. That's not ideal. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do randoms for this. It's a new random for each box, so I'll do 3 sets of randoms. Copy them in here. So, giveaway. $30 entries, begin the giveaway. Round 1, round 2, round 3. Number 1, giveaway. Call this box 2, 3. No, wrong list. Copy that. Round 1, round 2, round 3. And new giveaway. So box 3 rounds. So list of players, begin the giveaway. That's 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. All right. Box 1. I will just read the teams that I don't have. Save me a minute or two, second or two. Garmin has Blue Jays and Braves. Fire Bear with the Brewers. Garmin with the Cubs. Joqua with the Guardians. Jim Graff with the Marlins. Garmin with the Mets. Joqua with the Nats and the Orioles. Garmin with the Phillies and Pirates and Reds. Red Sox, Rockies, and Royals. Jay Graff with the Tigers. And Joqua with the Twins. 4 mini boxes per carton. Each mini box has 4 packs. Each pack has two variants of some sort. I worked with I asked I gave Brock the, what's it called, the odd sheet and checklist information, and ran some print runs. There's some fairly rare backs among the print runs, which I thought was interesting. There weren't a whole mess of these produced. I think the total number was 875 5-box cases. So these are one of those things that as when they're gone, they're just going to be gone. It's not like we're going to be seeing it for years and years and years. Packs are all set up pretty much the same way. I need to get out a different set of top loaders, sleeves, what have you. If you ever get into minis or tobacco cards, I highly recommend these tobacco card inserts from BCW. Make shipping them way easier to deal with. And in general, the variants are going to be the first two cards in the pack. But we got Chili Davis with the Piedmont back, Dick Allen with the Polar Bear back. Polar Bear is probably a print run of about 33. Piedmont's about 114. Ben Joyce, Luis Gonzalez, Miguel Tejada, Mookie Betts, Alan Trammell, Caminero, and Pasquantino. Yeah, these are all base backs. If they're just the regular base cards, they don't have any different anything different on the back. 10 cards per pack. I thought it was 8 cards per pack. Oh, that's cool. Hunter Green is a Polar Bear back. Zach Gallen, Piedmont. Posada, Dylan Cease. We have an auto. Bryce Harper. Reese Hines, auto. Autos fall 1 per carton on average. I had 1 carton last year with 2 autos, but I've always got my auto. Greg Maddux, Brenton Doyle, Senga, Ramirez, and Pedroia. Yeah, because I like these. They fit into regular top loaders really nice, so you don't have to worry about the card flopping around. Highly recommend. Yeah, last year I opened 2 cartons. I bought 2 cartons, I think. Last year, I think I got a World Series ticket stub as the rarest of what I got. This one, so I don't know if these are drum back. These are fairly rare. I can't remember what it was. Oh no, I'm sorry, T80 Rookie Series. Different one. These are fairly common. They're 1 every 7 packs, but there's only 20 subjects, so there's like 500 of each of these, which still isn't a lot by modern standards, but by one of the rarer cards, our rarer pulls. Jose Barrios is a Piedmont back. Royce Lewis, Ozzie Albies, Adrian Del Castillo, Corbin Carroll, Dylan Cruz, Nick York, Taj Bradley, and Griffin Conine. Yeah, I got those after when I was trying to ship like Allen and Ginter minis I hated shipping them because it was hard to get them secure. But with these, even if you put you put it in like a card saver and just tape it well, it generally doesn't fall out. Ricky Henderson Piedmont back, Kyle Schwarber, Sweet Cap. Sweet Cap's the second most common, about 75, 76 per card. Frank Thomas, Tim Raines, Cal Raleigh, Roki Sasaki, Justin Henry Malloy, Jared Jones, Nico Horner, and Hassan Kim. And I like these that they contain the vets. Frank Thomas, famous Blue Jay. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, so the rare hit in this is the Christy Mathewson back. I think it was a Ty Cobb back last year, and that's the 1/1. And I think it's actually labeled as a 1/1. It's the only card that's actually given a serial number. But 1 out of every 228 packs. So opening 48 packs, outside shot at one of those. Luis Gonzalez and George Foster. Luis Gonzalez is Piedmont. George Foster's Sovereign. Sovereign's about a 46 print run. Tommy Edman, Brian Reynolds, Hassan Kim, Gary Sheffield, Austin Wells, Luis Aparicio, Luis Gonzalez, and Alex Bregman. Yeah, I used to like the that's another rare one. Okay. The Gaudy, when I think Upper Deck was making it in the early 2000s. And the case hit was an original Gaudy card. I got one of those. I got two. I always loved those. George Brett is Piedmont back. This is the gold leaf. Print run of about 25, 1 out of every 9 packs. Brett Saberhagen for the Royals. Jason Worth, Nick Gonzalez, Andrew Jones, Jackie Robinson, Christian Walker, Chipper Jones, Vinny Pasquantino, and Corbin Carroll. And then I opened a bunch of 2008 Topps Update, and one of the rare pulls was you could get a T206 framed card, like an actual T206, which was cool. I think I got 3 of them, 3 or 4. I opened like 8 cases of that stuff. Sweet Cap on the Piazza, T80 rookies, Adrian Del Castillo, Tyler Fitzgerald, Dennis Eckersley, Brooks Lee, Lindor, Dylan Cruz, Chris Sale, Johnny Bench. But I cut them out of the frames and submitted them to PSA. And one of them came back I think the best one came back a 4.5 or a 5. And at the time, it was the most expensive card I ever sold. I think I got $550 for it. Keith Olbermann bought it from me. Shane Bieber, Piedmont, and Luis Robert Jr., Sovereign. Pepio, Ricky Henderson, Zach Gallen, Robin Yount, Raleigh Fingers, Shane Bieber, Leo Jimenez, and Jack Flaherty. Yeah, for a long time, that was the most expensive card I ever sold. But even the other ones, I had one that was actually ripped. Came back up. I think it came back something silly like a 1.5 or a 2. But even that one sold for $130. And I graded them on one of those in 2008. There were bulk deals, like I think it was $6 a card, as long as it was under the declared value. So I'm double checking because I only got one parallel on that one. Gavin Lux, Polar Bear. Polar Bear is about 33. Yeah, they fit A and G minis as well. I'm 95% sure I can get one and test it. Mike Trout, Santander, Jackson Churio, Junior Caminero, Seiya Suzuki, Corey Seager, Clase, Willie Mays, Bobby Abreu. Just trying to figure out if I'm missing something on this Trout. I don't think I am, but it was the second card. Yeah, when I'm selling minis on eBay, like trying to figure out how to sell a mini without, because you can get mini sleeves, but the mini top loaders are horrible. They're huge. Like you can shove 3 minis in there. So I think it's a good solution. And we have a 1 of 1. Look at that. Larry Walker, Cardinals, Piedmont back, and Angels. Please let it be someone else for me. Darn. Sam Aldegary, 1 of 1. It's going to be the Christy Mathewson back. Very cool. Tony Oliva, Kevin Alcantara, Dick Allen, Kobe Mayo, Vaughn, PCA, Luzardo, and Haisong Kim. 2 more in this pack. And then 1 more mini box. And then on to the next card. Roger Clemens, Sweet Cap, Willie Mays, Piedmont, Max Scherzer, Nico Horner, Paul Skeens, Jackson Jobe, Hernandez, Tony Gwynn. It's a cool card. Tony Gwynn. Tim Raines and Roy Campanella. Last pack in this carton, Frank Thomas. Way to go, Josh. Matt Williams, Sweet Cap. Frank Thomas was Piedmont. Scott Rowland, Frank Thomas, Matt Williams, Ronel Blanco, Chanho Park, Jose Barrios, Trevor Hoffman, Dontrell Willis. I'm going to move these for a moment because I got to remember to keep these separate. William Contreras, Piedmont, Old Ballpark, Forbes Field. It's going to go to the Pirates. The vintage ballparks, 1 every 55 packs, only 5 different subjects. So it's about 250 of those per ballpark. Rocker, Lee, Clase, no, C, sorry. Bueller, Acuna, Correa, Ward, and Turner. Taylor Ward, Polar Bear, that was 33. Bryce Harper, Piedmont. Garcia Parra, Wheeler, Darling, O'Neill Cruz, Acuna, Martinez, Naylor, and Nola. Two packs to go. Alan Trammell is first up. Cycle is about 23 cards per subject. Brian Roberts is Sweet Cap, 76. Dingler, Del Castillo, Norby, Hudson, Torre, Mountcastle, Rooker, and Ellie De La Cruz. And last pack in the first carton. Let's see if we can't get something fun. We have a wood for the Yankees. Christy Mathewson, blank back. Blank backs are 1 out of every 23 packs. There's about probably about 10 of these per subject. So that one's cool. It goes to the Giants. Ben Rice on the wood. Wood is about 21 print run. And let me check something. You got him in this one. Ellie's Reds are one of your spots. India Wagner, Randy Johnson, Christy Mathewson, George Foster, Cole Keith, Larry Walker, and Greg Maddux. So let me see how I can do this without wrecking everything. All right, so variations. Piedmont, we have Harper, Contreras, Thomas, Mays, Walker, Bieber, Brett, George Foster, Ricky Henderson, Jose Barrios, I can't read, Zach Gallen, and Chili Davis. Chili Davis is cool. Sweet Cat back, we have Schwarber, Piazza, Williams, Clemens, and Roberts. Polar Bears, Hunter Green, Dick Allen, Gavin Lux, Taylor Ward. Sovereign, Luis Robert Jr., Luis Gonzalez. One cycle of Alan Trammell. The gold leaf is Brett Saberhagen. Forbes Field for the Pirates. T80 Rookie Series, Adrian Del Castillo. One blank back of Christy Mathewson for the San Francisco Giants. And the wood is Ben Rice for the Yankees. Got the Sam Aldegari 1 of 1, Christy Mathewson back, and the auto was Reese Hines for the Reds. I did that backwards. It's all right. Perfect. All right. Carton number 2. Teams for carton number 2. I'll read the ones that I don't have because that's just easier. Angels, Garmin, Bozia. Braves, Garmin, Bozia. Jacqua has the Diamondbacks. Garmin has the Dodgers. Jim Graff has the Guardians. Jacqua has the Mariners. Jim Graff has the Marlins. Garmin has the Mets and the Nationals. Firebear with the Phillies. Jacqua with the Pirates. Garmin with Rays, Reds, Red Sox, Rockies. Jacqua with the Twins. And Garmin with the Yankees. Is it the Ellie? E. Perry? Ellie De La Cruz? No, I hit that for someone and sent it off to them. I was just using it as a stream picture. I can't remember who I got it for though. I wish I did. That was a number to 5. Were you asking about the Luis Gonzalez Diamondbacks? Yeah, that was Diamondbacks last. All right. Box 1, break 2. Break 2, box 1. Same thing. I did like the packaging last year on the T206. It seemed more, I mean, these look like old cigarette boxes, but it seemed more authentic last year. Kumar Rocker, T80 Rookies. Trey Turner is a broadleaf, which I don't think we've hit a broadleaf yet. Broadleaf is about 10 copies. It actually calculates out to 9, but I don't know if that's true. Gunner, Tim Hudson, Hyson Kim, Nico Horner, Pepio, Michael King, Ronel Blanco, and Anthony Santander. I haven't hit any yet, Jim, but I don't think so. I don't know if you'd want to smoke a Sovereign from 1911. Might be a little bit stale. Tejada on the Sovereign. Dylan Cease, Sweet Cap. Schwarber, Kauser, Bregman. Shunk, Joyce, Hernandez, Nimmo, and Dylan Cease. I have to get my eyes checked if I want to keep doing this. Alan Trammell is a cycle back and a gold leaf. If you can pick that up on the thing. Bob Gibson for the Cardinals. Shane McClanahan, Senga, York, Reynolds, Butler, Guidry, Otani, and Reese Hines. Miguel Cabrera, look how young he is there on the Marlins. Polar Bear back. Aaron Judge on the Piedmont. Billy Wagner, Carlos Correa, Churio, Hassan Kim, Jared Jones, Tyler Fitzgerald, Mark Grace. I really liked Mark Grace. I wanted him to play for the Padres, but they wouldn't listen to me. I told them to sign Mark Grace. They weren't having it. Instead, they ran a bunch of losers through there. Actually, we had some good. All right. Box number 2, break number 2. Kyle Tucker on the Polar Bear back. Julio Rodriguez, Piedmont back. Posada, Wagner, Schwellenbach rookie, Wells, Tatis, Corey Seager, Luis Robert Jr., and Gary Sheffield. Ooh, we got 2 gold leaf in one box. There's one box. Craig Biggio on the cycle and Corbin Carroll on the gold leaf. You can little shininess. Ivan Rodriguez, Trey Sweeney. We got an auto back there. Go ahead and sweat it a minute. Marte, Rodriguez, Sweeney, Schmidt, and Scott rolling for the Cardinals. Bob Gibson, Shota, Jackson Holiday, Andrew Vaughn. Scott rolling. Sweet Cap, Ketel Marte, Vinny Pasquantino, Cycle, Chris Sale, Canseco, Green, Campanella, Kershaw, Flaherty, Adames, and McGriff. Last pack, second box. Jose Altuve, Rack to Houdini, Sweet Cap. Aaron Shunk, Piedmont. Kevin Alcantara, Noelle Marte, Alcantara, Wilson, Alfonso Soriano, Matt Williams, Bob Gibson, and Nico Cavadas. Image variation. Do I have my... On to box 3 of carton number 2. Byron Buxton, Polar Bear back, Taylor Ward, Sovereign back, James Wood, Matt Williams, Mason Wynn, Willie Mays, Alfonso Soriano, Byron Buxton, Royce Lewis, and am I back? Back. I got low power warning on my streaming tablet, so I had to apply power to it. Seems to have fixed it. Del Castillo, American Beauty is about 1 in 15 on that for the Diamondbacks. Colt Keith, Piedmont. Luis Hill, Jake DeGrom, Griffin Conine, Ken Griffey Jr., Ellie De La Cruz again, Mike Schmidt, Corbin Burns, Taj Bradley. Dwight Evans, Piedmont, and Adrian Gonzalez, Sweet Cap. Luis Gonzalez, Bryce Harper, Mike Piazza, Jack Flaherty, Scooble, Matt Olson, Bobby Witt Jr., and Emmanuel Clase. Jurickson Profar on Piedmont, and Walker Buehler is on Piedmont as well. Jose Ramirez, Francisco Alvarez, Chipper Jones, Yamamoto, Chili Davis, Tommy Edman, Paul Skeens, Mike Trout. Sorry, I picked up that box and started to sneeze. All right. Last box in carton 2. Ellie on the Piedmont back. Another wood this time. It is Luis Angel Acuna for the Mets. It's a cool card. Jack Koshanowitz, Chanho Park, Sal Frelick, Mark Burley, Jackson Merrill, Cole Reagans, Chase Young, and Ivan Rodriguez. Anthony Volpe, Sweet Cap, Eric Gagne on the Sovereign, Kyle Tucker, Tom Glavine, Gary Sheffield, Christian Walker, Hayden Birdsong, Ryan Mountcastle, Joey Votto, and Jose Barrios. Sorry, got my stacks dirty. Gotta fix that. Reese Hines on the Piedmont back. David Ortiz, Sweet Cap. Cattell Marte, Evan Carter, Matt Strom, Austin Riley, Hunter Green, Francisco Lindor, Buster Posey, and Johnny Damon. Last pack, second carton. Ben Rice, T80 rookies. Luis Gonzalez for the Diamondbacks, Piedmont. Eric the Red Davis, Luis Robert Jr., Dylan Cruz rookie, Roy Campanella, Sam Aldegari, Johan Santana, Joey Cantillo, and Adley Rushman rounded out. All right. Piedmont, we have Aaron Judge, Julio Rodriguez, Aaron Shunk, Colt Keith, Ellie De La Cruz, Walker Bueller, Jurickson Profar, Dwight Evans, Reese Hines, and Luis Gonzalez. Sweet Caporal, we have Cease, Marte, Volpe, Altuve, Adrian Gonzalez, David Ortiz. Polar Bear. So we'll do Sovereign next. Sovereign is Tejada, Ward, and Gagne. Polar Bearbacks, Miguel Cabrera, Kyle Tucker, Byron Buxton. Cycle, Trammell, Biggio, and Pasquantino. American Beauty, Adrian Del Castillo, about print run of about 15. Broadleaf is Trey Turner, print run of about 10. T80 rookies are Ben Rice, Kumar Rocker. And the Gold Leaf, Corbin Carroll, Bob Gibson. And our auto was Mr. Rowland. Were you saying it was gold because I was staring at it and couldn't figure it out for a second? I didn't see it when you said that. You know what? There is supposed to be a wood card. Let me find that. Thank you, Jim. That was good. Put that to the side. Yeah, at some point I think I started mixing up my stacks, so I probably put the wood card in with this mess. Louis and Hellwood. Thank you, Jim. Not paying attention. All right. Carton 3. Jaqua has the Angels. Firebear has the Athletics. Garmin Bozia has the Blue Jays. Jim Graff has the Brewers. Garmin Bozia with the Cardinals. Garmin Bozia with the Giants. Jaqua with the Mariners. Garmin with the Marlins and the Nationals. Jaqua with the Rangers. J Graff, you have Jaqua with the Red Sox. That's right. And then Garmin has Rockies, Royals, Tigers, Twins, and White Sox. All right. J Graff has Rays, Brewers. Yes, sir. All right. See if I can do one cart without losing cards this time. I missed putting him in the wrong stack. Sean Manaea is a Sovereign, and Luis Aparicio for the Orioles on Piedmont. Hai-Song Kim, Hanley Ramirez for the Marlins. Matt Strom, Kobe Mayo, Luis Hill, Shohei Ohtani for the Dodgers, Frank Thomas, and Byron Buxton. Jackie Robinson is Sweet Cap, Vlad Sr., Drum, Can you hear me or am I gone again? I'm back. All right. I have to. I don't know if it's charging or not. Tony Gwynn on the Polar Bear. Ivan Rodriguez is the Gold Leaf. Helps if I put it in front of the camera. Jackson Merrill, Ron Guidry, Nico Horner, Brent Rooker, Bryce Miller, Kevin Alcantara, Gary Sheffield, is a Yankee, and Paul Skeens. Orlando El Duque Hernandez on the cycle back. O'Neill Cruz is Piedmont back. Adley Rushman, Corbin Carroll, Lindor, Ben Joyce, Austin Wells, Brett Saberhagen, Max Fried, and Royce Lewis. Box 2, carton 3. Frank Thomas, the Blue Jay, on the Sweet Catback, and Emmanuel Clase on the Piedmont. Tony Oliva for the Twins, Ivan Rodriguez, Henry Davis, Freddie Freeman, O'Neill Cruz, Jackson Jobe, Nestor Cortez, Ron Darling. Corbin Burns, Sovereign back, Shohei Ohtani, Sweet Catback, Cody Bellinger, Ketel Marte, Ozzie Albies, Jason Worth, Adrian Del Castillo, Anthony Santander, Mike Schmidt, and Kerry Carpenter took a dive. Jim Edmonds on the Piedmont back and a dinged corner. Joey Cantillo, Piedmont. Aaron Schunk, Billy Wagner, Reese Hines, Felix Hernandez, Jacob deGrom, Andrew Vaughn, Jesus Luzardo, and Gunnar Henderson. Kyle Schwarber on the Piedmont, Roki Sasaki T80 rookies, Jim Edmonds, Yu Darvish, Joe DiMaggio, Seiya Suzuki, Orlando Hernandez, Spencer Schwellenbach, Nolan Ryan, and PCA. Box 3. Seth Lugo R is on the Piedmont. Our wood card is Dick Allen, White Sox, Bobby Witt Jr., William Contreras, Zach Gallen, Stephen Kwan, Fred McGriff, Nathaniel Lau, Rhett Lauder, Gary Carter. CC Sabathia on the Broadleaf and Jackson Holiday on the Sovereign. Hunter Green, Carlos Correa, Cal Raleigh, Jose Altuve, Connor Norby, Shea Whitcomb, Matt Strom, and Jose Berrios. Pete Alonso on the Cycleback, and Joe DiMaggio is Sweet Cat. Dwight Evans, Jesus Luzardo, Roki Sasaki, Joe Torre, Justin Henry Malloy, Sean Manaea, Nico Cavadas, and Chris Sale. Ron Darling on the Polar Bear and Johnny Damon, American Beauty. That's a good one. Mookie Betts, Randy Johnson, Logan Gilbert, Robin Ventura, Hank Aaron, Craig Biggio, Jazz Chisholm Jr., and Colt Keith. I think we're still looking for an auto unless I missed it, which I've done once. Orelvis Martinez on the Sovereign. Adrian Del Castillo is a Cycleback. Kerry Carpenter, Jackie Robinson, Sam Aldegari, Wyatt Langford, Mason Wynn, Bryce Miller, Willie Mays, and Buster Posey. I'm going to come in just under the gun on this power. My tablet's slowly dying. Matt Wallner's on the Piedmont back. Ty Cobb for the Tigers. That's a gold leaf. Clayton Kershaw, Gary Carter, Kyle Schwarber, Colton Cowser. We have an auto of Nick York. That's the wrong stack to put those in, Josh. Those go there. Those go there. Nick York is our auto this box. Mason Miller, Matt Williams, Robin Ventura, Ronel Blanco. Two packs to go. Tyler Glasnow, Piedmont, Jackie Robinson, American Beauty, John Smoltz, Devin Williams, Aaron Nola, Manny Machado, Zach Wheeler, Aaron Judge, Shane Bieber, Max Fried. Last pack. Jorge Posada is Sweet Cat. Joe DiMaggio is on Piedmont. Ketel Marte, Luis Robert, Cantillo, Paredes, Royce Lewis, Ben Joyce, Nick Gonzalez, and Craig Biggio. That's exactly what I didn't want to do. I'm just not going to touch those right now. Let me see if I can get a recap in before my battery dies. Those were wrong. Piedmont, Sweet Cat. So our variations are, yes, sir. I had fun. Piedmont's Aparicio, O'Neill Cruz, Clase, Lugo, Schwarber, Cantillo, Edmonds, Ron Darling, Matt Wallner, Joe DiMaggio, Tyler Glasnow. Sweet Cap backs are Jackie Robinson, Frank Thomas, Shohei, Joe DiMaggio, and Jorge Posada. Sovereign are Sean Manaea, Corbin Burns, Jackson Holiday, Orelvis Martinez. Cycle, El Duque, Pete Alonso, Adrian Del Castillo. We got some pretty... So American Beauty should be a print run of about 15. Johnny Damon. Broadleaf should be a print run of about 10. CC Sabathia. And Drum should be a print run of about 5 based on odds. Vlad Sr. I missed this one earlier. Polar Bear back, Tony Gwynn. Got 2 of the gold leaf. Pudge and the Georgia Peach. Dick Allen on the wood. Roki Sasaki was our only T80 in this one, and our auto of the box, of the carton. was Nick York. I got like 1% battery, so I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate everyone who joined. I appreciate everyone who watched. Hope y'all have a good night, and I will get these shipped out. I ain't got nothing going tomorrow. I'm going to get these sorted out and packaged up. They'll be in the mail on Monday. Y'all have a good night.